What is happening, tech world? Welcome back to Qualcomm Pulse, where we bring you the most electrifying updates that are shaping our future, faster than ever before. The news cycle is moving at warp speed, and if you're not plugged in, you're missing out. Today, we've got blockbuster revelations, groundbreaking innovations, and some serious behind-the-scenes drama that you absolutely need to know about. Get ready, because we're diving deep into the stories that are making waves across the globe. Stick around, because you don't want to miss a single second of this. We're kicking things off with a seismic report out of Europe that could change the geopolitical landscape as we know it. Then, we're shifting gears to the heart of silicon innovation, where a tech giant is patenting a revolutionary new way to boost processing power, potentially rewriting the rules for your favorite devices. But that's not all. We're also checking in on the latest in compact computing, with a new mini PC that's packing some serious punch and targeting some unexpected markets. And finally, we're getting the inside scoop on what's really going on with a major chip manufacturer's latest desktop processors. Is it a comeback story or more trouble ahead? It's all here, it's all now, and it's all on Qualcomm Pulse. Let's get into it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Europe ready to sacrifice. Ukraine claims excess intel officer. Europe is reportedly prepared to make significant concessions, even sacrificing Ukraine, in an effort to foster improved relations between the United States and Russia. This startling claim comes from Scott Ritter, a former U.S. intelligence officer and UN weapons inspector, who believes that a powerful faction within the U.S. and Europe is actively working to prevent any thaw in U.S.-Russia relations. Ritter suggests that these individuals are so determined to maintain the current geopolitical standoff that they are willing to use Ukraine as a bargaining chip, a move he describes as a literal sacrifice that could have devastating long-term consequences for the nation's future. He specifically warned of a potential destruction of the genetic pool of Ukraine as the conflict continues. Ritter's comments, made in an interview with the Dialogue Works YouTube channel and reported by TASS News Agency, highlight a growing concern about the human cost of geopolitical maneuvering. He pointed to alarming reports from Ukraine regarding its mobilization efforts, stating that Kyiv would soon be forced to send 18-year-olds to the front lines. This, he argues, signifies a critical manpower shortage and a desperate attempt to sustain the war effort, ultimately leading to the depletion of Ukraine's young population. The situation on the ground appears to be escalating, with military commissariat employees reportedly conducting aggressive raids in public places to apprehend draft-eligible men. The Ukrainian Human Rights Ombudsman's office has received a significant number of complaints, over 2,000 between January and June alone, detailing alleged instances of excessive force used by conscription patrols. One particularly disturbing case, cited by Al Jazeera, involved patrol officers reportedly assaulting a bicyclist in the central Riven area after he failed to pull over. The officers allegedly proceeded to beat him and used tear gas before forcibly taking him to a conscription office for illegal mobilization. In another incident, police were forced to use tear gas to disperse a crowd attempting to storm a conscription office in Vinnytsia, aiming to free approximately 100 men they claimed had been illegally detained. These accounts paint a grim picture of the intense pressure and controversial methods being employed in Ukraine's mobilization drive, raising serious questions about the human rights implications of the ongoing conflict and the potential for external forces to influence its trajectory. Could these geopolitical pressures truly lead to Ukraine's sacrifice? Stay tuned as we uncover the latest advancements in chip technology that promise to redefine performance. Intel patents Software Defined Supercore to mimic ultra-wide execution. Intel has unveiled a groundbreaking patent for a technology dubbed Software Defined Supercore, SDC. A novel approach designed to significantly enhance single-thread performance and instructions per clock, IPC, by virtually creating supercores through the amalgamation of multiple physical CPU cores. This innovative concept aims to boost performance by allowing software to intelligently fuse the capabilities of several cores, enabling them to work in concert as a single, powerful virtual core, particularly when dealing with tasks that have a high degree of parallelizable work. If successfully implemented, SDC could lead to a substantial leap in single-thread performance for future Intel processors, especially in applications that can effectively leverage this new architecture, although it remains a patent for now, with its realization still uncertain. The SDC technology works by enabling two or more physical CPU cores to collaborate as a single high-performance virtual core. It achieves this by dissecting a single thread's instructions into distinct segments, which are then executed in parallel across the participating cores. Each core processes a unique portion of the program, while specialized instructions for synchronization and data transfer ensure that the original program sequence is meticulously maintained. This meticulous coordination aims to maximize IPC with minimal overhead, offering a potential solution to the challenge of improving single-thread performance without resorting to higher clock speeds or the development of increasingly wide, monolithic cores, which often come with significant increases in power consumption and transistor count. This approach is particularly relevant when considering the current landscape of CPU architecture. Modern x86 CPU cores typically decode 4-6 instructions and execute 8-9 microops per cycle after decoding, achieving peak IPC under ideal conditions. In contrast, Apple's custom ARM-based high-performance cores have demonstrated the ability to decode up to 8 instructions per cycle and execute over 10 instructions per cycle, contributing to their often superior single-threaded performance and lower power consumption. Building an 8-way x86 core is technically feasible, but has been hindered by front-end bottlenecks and diminishing performance returns relative to the substantial increases in power and die space required. Intel's SDC offers an alternative by pairing two or more existing narrower cores to function as a wider core when beneficial, rather than attempting to create an excessively wide monolithic core. On the hardware front, each core involved in SDC will feature a dedicated module responsible for managing synchronization, register transfers, and memory ordering between the paired cores. These modules will utilize a reserved memory region, termed the wormhole address space, to coordinate data and synchronization operations, ensuring that instructions from different cores retire in the correct program order. This design is intended to be compact in terms of die space and requires minimal modifications to existing execution engines, supporting both in-order and out-of-order cores. On the software side, the implementation will rely on technologies like JIT compilers, static compilers, or binary instrumentation to segment single-threaded programs and assign instruction blocks to different cores. Special instructions will be injected to manage flow control, register passing, and synchronization, maintaining execution integrity. Crucially, operating system support will be vital, as the OS will need to dynamically manage thread migration into or out of supercore mode based on real-time conditions to optimize performance and core availability. While Intel hasn't provided specific performance gain estimates, the patent suggests that, in certain scenarios, the combined performance of two cores could approach that of a single, wider core. Could this reverse hyperthreading be the key to Intel's future performance? We're now heading to the compact computing world to see what's new in mini PCs. Shuttle unveils semi-ruggedized mini PC ready for Intel's Arrow Lake-S CPUs. Small form factor PC specialist Shuttle has launched its latest compact computing solution, the XBC Slim DH810, a semi-ruggedized barebone system designed to accommodate Intel's upcoming Arrow Lake-S processors. This sub-1.4-liter chassis houses a compact Intel H810 chipset motherboard and offers users the flexibility to choose their preferred Intel Core Ultra 200 series, Arrow Lake-S, LGA 1851, CPU, supporting models with a thermal design power, TDP, of up to 65W. The system also features dual DDR5 SODIMM slots for memory, along with options for both SATA and M2 storage, making it a versatile platform for a range of applications. While described as semi-ruggedized, Shuttle has not provided specific certifications or detailed specifications to support this claim, leaving its exact durability against environmental factors open to interpretation. With support for any Arrow Lake-S chip up to 65 WTDP, users could potentially equip the XBC Slim DH810 with a high-end processor like the Intel Core Ultra 9 processor 285. This powerful CPU boasts a total of 24 cores, 8 performance cores and 16 efficient cores, can reach clock speeds of up to 5.6 GHz, and includes 36 MB of Intel Smart Cache. For integrated graphics, it features 4 Intel Z cores within its Arc iGPU, capable of running at a maximum of 2 GHz, and also includes a dedicated neural processing unit, NPU, designed to accelerate AI tasks with a performance of 13 TOPS. This configuration makes the DH810 a compelling option for demanding edge applications that require enhanced processing power. Shuttle explicitly targets industrial markets and edge computing scenarios with the XBC Slim DH810, highlighting its suitability for applications such as automation, surveillance, and digital signage, in addition to general office computing. The inclusion of serial ports, COM ports, and dual Ethernet ports further reinforces its appeal to industrial environments where legacy connectivity and robust networking are essential. The system's design also allows for VESA mounting behind a display, offering a discrete and space-saving deployment option. Cooling is managed by a system that includes 2 17 fans positioned above a substantial heat pipe-threaded heatsink, which covers a significant portion of the motherboard, suggesting an effort to maintain thermal stability within the compact chassis. The XBC Slim DH810 specifications reveal a comprehensive feature set. It supports up to 96 GB of DDR5 memory, 48 GB per DIMM, at speeds up to 5600 MHz across dual channels. Storage options include a 2.5-inch SATA bay with RAID support and 2 M.2 slots, 1 M.2 2280 for NVMe/SATA SSDs with an included heatsink, and 1 M.2 2230 for Wi-Fi Bluetooth modules. Display outputs are versatile, with HDMI 2.1, DisplayPort 1.4a, and a USB 4 Type-C port supporting DisplayPort, offering resolutions up to 7680 x 4320 at 60 Hz. Networking is handled by a 2.5 GB ELAN port and a 1 GB ELAN port, both supporting Wacom LAN and PXE boot. The I/O panel is equally robust, featuring 2 RS-232 serial ports, front USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-A and Type-C ports, and rear USB 3.2 Gen 1 and Gen 2 Type-A ports, along with a USB 4 Type-C port. The system is powered by an external 120W adapter and measures 190 x 165 x 43, weighing 132 kg. Shuttle offers the DH810 as a barebones kit or in pre-configured bundles with a base model, i225 CPU, 16 GB RAM, 500 GB SSD, no OS, priced around $900. Can this compact powerhouse handle the demands of modern computing? But what's the real story behind Intel's latest desktop CPU efforts? Intel CEO admits Arrow Lake fumbled the football, promises Nova Lake fixes. Despite recent performance enhancements and price adjustments, Intel's Arrow Lake desktop CPUs have struggled to gain significant market traction. In a candid admission at a recent technology conference, Intel's chief financial officer, Dave Zinsner, acknowledged that the company had kind of fumbled the football, particularly the high-performance desktop side, citing a lack of competitive offerings in the high-end desktop segment. However, Zinsner expressed optimism for the future, promising that the upcoming Nova Lake processors will represent a more complete set of SKUs and address the shortcomings of the current generation. These remarks were made during an interview at Deutsche Bank's 2025 Technology Conference, where Zinsner also touched upon the company's financial performance and manufacturing advancements. Zinsner began by highlighting Intel's strong position in the mobile processor market, praising the recent launch of Lunar Lake and expressing confidence in its adoption rate. However, his tone shifted significantly when discussing the Arrow Lake desktop processors. He admitted that Intel's performance in the high-end desktop market had been subpar, directly impacting their market share on a dollar basis. This underperformance is attributed to a lack of compelling products in the premium segment, where AMD's Ryzen processors have maintained a strong competitive edge. For instance, the Intel Core Ultra 9 285K, while a capable processor, faces stiff competition from AMD's Ryzen 7 9800X 3D in gaming, which offers superior performance at a lower price point. Similarly, in productivity tasks, the Ryzen 9 9950X rivals the 285K while being more affordable. The Arrow Lake lineup itself is criticized for its limited range and underwhelming options, such as the Core Ultra 5 245K and the absence of a direct successor to the popular Core i3 series. Looking ahead, Zinsner is pinning Intel's hopes on Nova Lake, the successor to Arrow Lake. He suggested that Nova Lake will feature a more comprehensive range of SKUs designed to directly compete in the high-performance desktop market, aiming to significantly improve Intel's market position in the coming year. Rumors surrounding Nova Lake suggest it will also utilize a multi-tiled architecture, potentially featuring larger core configurations and enhanced cache memory to counter AMD's 3D V-cache technology. While many of Nova Lake's tiles are expected to be manufactured by TSMC, the core compute tile is anticipated to come from Intel's own foundries. However, Nova Lake faces the daunting task of not only closing the performance and price gap with AMD's Zen 5, but also preparing for the potential arrival of AMD's Zen 6 architecture. This means Intel's next-generation Core Ultra processors must deliver a substantial leap in performance to regain lost ground. While CFOs are naturally inclined to promote future products, Intel's challenges extend beyond desktop market share. The company has been steadily losing ground to AMD in the server market and has largely conceded the AI sector to competitors like AMD and NVIDIA. Even if Nova Lake proves to be a resounding success, significantly outperforming Arrow Lake and drawing gamers away from AMD's offerings, the company's primary financial needs lie in sectors beyond desktop computing. Intel is currently grappling with substantial foundry losses, making a strong comeback in high-margin markets like AI and servers critical for its financial recovery. The success of Nova Lake is not just about winning back PC gamers. It's about securing Intel's broader future in a highly competitive technology landscape. Can Intel's next generation truly turn the tide? We've covered a lot of ground today, from global politics to cutting-edge tech. Let's wrap it all up. And that's a wrap on today's Qualcomm Pulse. We heard that Europe might be willing to sacrifice Ukraine for better US-Russia ties. Intel is exploring a software-defined supercore to boost performance. Shuttle has a new mini PC ready for Intel's Arrow Lake CPUs, and Intel admits it fumbled Arrow Lake but is banking on Nova Lake. Don't miss out on the next big thing, like this video, subscribe to Qualcomm Pulse, ring that notification bell, drop a comment below, and follow us on all our social channels. See you next time.